Hello, kindergartners. Welcome to a special story time. My name is Miss Stephanie with the Children's Librarian at the Page Public Library with the Massanutten Regional Library System. And although right now I can't come in person to share stories with you, I'm so glad that I'm able to make a video and you can still hear some of my favorite stories. So let's start off today with the book There's Nothing to Do by Dev Petty. Sometimes I feel like there's nothing to do too, so let's see how the frog figures out what he can do. I don't know what to do today. You can't think of anything? I can think of lots of things, but I don't want to do any of them. Want to go for a swim? Too wet. Play? With what? What's Pig doing? Probably something boring. Then clean your room. I just did. I'll go see if any of my friends have any better ideas. Rabbit, what should we do today? Hop around in circles, then stare off into space, like this. That is even less fun than it looks. Cat, there's nothing to do. Well, then you should look between your toes for a while. Ew! If you know a better way to clean between your toes, I'd like to hear about it. Owl, I don't know what to do. Do you have any ideas? Sure. First, find a nice spot and sleep until it's dark and wake up. And that's it. Who'd want to spend the whole day sleeping? I do. Good night. Pig, I can't find anything to do. Have you tried sniffing around in the dirt? Why would I do that? If you have to ask, I can't explain it to you. I know. Let's take a look at my trusty list. Pig's fantastic list of things to do when he doesn't know what to do. Let's see. Build a model Eiffel Tower. Hum for 3 hours without stopping once. Stare at the wall. Try not to think of squirrels or their fluffy tails. Wake owl. Spin around until dizzy. Pig, I'm not sure this list qualifies as fantastic. What's the matter? The day is almost over and I didn't do anything. Why do you have to do anything? Just be. Watch clouds go by. Think about stuff. Then put nothing on your to-do list and check it off. Some of the best ideas come when you stop looking for them. Really? Let's try it. Take a deep breath. Empty your mind. Oh, it's empty. Be one with the universe. One with the universe, check. Now wait. Waiting. I've got it. I have a great idea. Wonderful. Glad I could help. Oh, look at that beautiful sunset. Sit with me for a minute. So what did you do all day? Nothing. And you know what? It was great. I came up with the best idea of what to do tomorrow. You have school tomorrow. Oh, I can't go to school. I've got nothing to do. The end. All right, guys. And so for our next book, I picked books on frogs today. And for our next book, it's called There's a Hole in the Log on the Bottom of the Lake by Lauren Long. And I like this book a lot because it just kind of builds on itself. And you're going to find out what that means as I get started. There's a log on the bottom of the lake. There's a log on the bottom of the lake. There's a log. There's a log. There's a log, log, log. There's a log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a frog. There's a frog. There's a frog, frog, frog in the hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a hair, there's a hair, there's a hair, hair, hair on the frog, frog, frog in the hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a fly, there's a fly, there's a fly, fly, fly on the hair, hair, hair on the frog, frog, frog in the hole, hole, hole in the log, log, log. There's a fly on the hair on the frog in the hole in the log on the bottom of the lake. There's a gnat on the fly, on the hare, on the frog, in the hole, in the log, on the bottom of the lake. There's a gnat on the fly, on the hare, on the frog, in the hole, in the log, on the bottom of the lake. There's a gnat, there's a gnat, there's a gnat, 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 on the fly, 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 on the hare, 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 on the frog, 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 in the hole, 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 in the log, log, log. There's a gnat on the fly, on the hare, on the frog, in the hole, in the log, on the bottom of the lake. Oh, here's next. There's a fish near the gnat, on the fly, on the hare, on the frog, in the hole, in the log, on the bottom of the lake. There's a fish near the gnat, on the fly, in the hare, on the frog, in the hole, in the log, on the bottom of the lake. There's a, chomp, snap, gulp. Oh, goodness. There's a fish on the bottom of the lake. There's a fish on the bottom of the lake. There's a fish, just a fish. There's a fish on the bottom of the lake. The end. That was a really fun book to share, and I've got one more with you guys. This one is called Ribbit, and it's written by Rodrigo Folguera, and we're going to find out why there's a pig in the middle of all these frogs. Once upon a time, there was a pond that was home to a family of frogs. It was their pond, and they were very happy living there. But one morning, they discovered a surprise visitor. It was a pig, a little pink pig, sitting on the rock. "Goodness," said the frogs, "why is there a pig in our pond?" They whispered amongst themselves, until finally the chief frog spoke up. "Ahem, good morning, what can we do for you?" And to their amazement, the little pig answered, "Ribbit." "What did he say?" cried the frogs. "This pig is confused. Does he think he's a frog? Is he making fun of us?" But again, all the little pig said was, "Ribbit." News of the little pig who thought he was a frog spread fast, and all the animals hurried to the pond to see the visitor. "This new relative of yours is a little pink," said the raccoon. "He's no relation of ours," declared the frogs. "He certainly sounds like a frog," said the weasel. "Why would a pig want to be a frog?" said the parrot. "And what's wrong with being a frog, may we ask?" exclaimed the frogs. Everyone started shouting at each other, completely ignoring the little pig, who just sat there practicing his ribbit. The animals laughed and laughed, and the frogs got angrier and angrier, until finally the chief frog shouted out, "Stop! We're not getting anywhere by fighting. We must go and find the wise old beetle. He'll know what to do." "The wise old beetle," gasped all the animals, "but he hates to be disturbed." "I know," said the chief frog, "but this is very serious." "That's true," the animals agreed, and off they went. And the little pig said, "Ribbit." Oh, you little pig. The animals found the wise old beetle and tried to explain the problem. It was hard for him to understand because they were all talking at once. In the end, he agreed to go with them to the pond. But when they arrived, oh, look who's not there anymore. "Where did the pig go?" the animals cried. "Who was he? What did he want?" "Maybe," said the wise old beetle, "he just wanted to make new friends." And off he went. "Oh dear," said the animals. They hadn't thought of that. And sure enough, sitting on a branch high in the tree nearby was the little pig. Tweet! He was surrounded by new friends. Tweet, tweet, tweet. The end. All right, thank you so much for sharing those stories with me today. I just also want to let you know that the Page Public Library is still open, so you can get this book and more there by going. I'm going to put the hours at the end of this video, so whatever your adult can check out the hours and maybe take you and get some more books to read. Thank you so much, and I hope to share another fun story with you soon. Bye!